Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Alright. Peace to the God, Islam, more. I was about to say some shit out this book real quick, just to get people hip on one thing real quick. Out this book, Islam, brother. This the Egyptian Yoga, the Philosophy of Enlightenment by Muurs. And so they're talking about the senses. So the eye of Horus is showing this math problem. And so basically 1/2 over 1/4, or 1/2 plus 1/4 plus 1/8 plus 1/16 plus 1 over 32 plus 1 over 64. So this is what they're talking about. When the parts of the eye of Heru, the Wadjet, the left eye, is added up, the result is some small... the result is... my bad. 63 over 64, which approximate the whole number 1. As long as the soul is involved in creation, matter, there will remain some small separation between the individual Ba or soul and the universal Ba, the one. Peace. So this is what I'm talking about. The eye of Heru. So there's the fractions. And so the math problem. And it comes out to be 63 over 64. So what they're saying is that we are like that number, those two numbers, we're like that to God, or Netcher, the universal Ba, the soul, the one, and we're the individuals. Yeah. Like, you know, that might be new to some people though. I already know. But I told someone and they thought, people be tripping. They thought it, it was like laughable. But this book right here, the Egyptian Yoga, the Philosophy of Enlightenment, this is how I even got to where I'm at today with all this shit. So they're talking about yoga. That means the spiritual union. Yoga is union or yoke. And tantra is like weaving. So I'm trying to find something in this book real quick. They're calling this, if there was a religion, they're calling it Netcherianism. Because Netcher they called God. So the Netcher, the supreme being, it says, is one and alone as Neberjer, and some people say Nebercher, manifesting everywhere in all things in the form of gods and goddesses. Alright, let me see. God damn. So we got Netcher shown like this. The flag or axe or whatever. And so it's coming from the word Netcher. I can't even right now. The word nature comes from the word Netcher. So this says it's a term. The term Netcher comes from the ancient Egyptian hieroglyphic language, or the Medu Neter. So Netcher, meaning divine or divine force or sustaining power. Here we go. Hold on. Got some shit going on. Alright. So this is showing that Netcher is basically what they would call God. And then the Netcheru are manifested in creation. So Shu is the air. Neat or Net she represents matter, quantum. She has a quantum string on her head. Aset is also the Kundalini energy. Ptah, she's Mother Nature, whatever the mother principle. Ptah, subatomic particles. Osiris is vegetation, the sun. Khonsu, the moon. Hathor, well, she's like Venus, but love. Bam. Alright. So, and it's saying, it's a Latin word, natura, that has the same meaning. So this is talking about the mummy, which is really called the Sahu. The mummy in Commission spirituality is understood to be the dead but resurrected divinity. So Netcher is actually every human being who does not really die, but goes on to live in a different form. Further, the resurrected spirit of every human being is that same divinity. So you are Netcher, or God. Nature, nurture, power. Nature means power manifesting as Netcheru, and the Netcheru are the objects of creation or nature. So the forces of nature, the air, everything we need to survive, the elements, and all this good stuff. Okay, the homie's still on here. I'm just trying to just tell people this because they don't know. And then it's like so many more levels. So it says the supreme being, nature or Netcher, manifests in a multiplicity of ways through nature. Like the sun rays, the Neteru emanate from the divine. They are its manifestation. So in Ifa is Olodumare and then the Orisha. And so they would be aspects of the supreme deity, Olodumare or Olorun. So the Neteru may be depicted anthropomorphically, so given human form, or zoomorphically. So they're just personifying primordial concepts. So they talk about the myth of Asar, Aset, and Heru. And here, the coffin text, the pyramid text. So then, okay, what it said too. Every human being who doesn't really die but goes on to live in a different form. Osiris is called Nefer. So he who continues to be beautiful. So that's what they're talking about. To live on. Netterianism is a monotheistic polytheism. So there's one God, one supreme being expressed as many gods and goddesses. So, and then at the end of time, after their work of sustaining creation is finished, these gods and goddesses or forces of nature are again absorbed back into the supreme being. So just like atoms, the Big Bang, the Big Crunch, everything that was created is gonna be will be destroyed. So Netcheru means God, gods, and the Netcheruet, goddesses. This means that the ultimate and transcendental supreme being Netcher comes through the Netcheru, and there are countless Netcheru. So from one come many. Neteru are cosmic forces that pervade the universe. They are the means by which Netcher supports or sustains creation and manifests through it. Alright. The primordial waters of the known. People don't understand this shit. Alright, so it's saying that's Netcher at the top. They got, and even before Netcher, it's gonna be Mother Nature, Mut Netcher, and then Pa-Uti, the primordial. So I don't even know, but maybe I do know. The Noon, the primordial waters. Mahet Eret, that's the great flood. So that's even. So then we got Het Heru, being like love. Het Heru. She go again. Wadjet. Neath is probably what that's supposed to be. The quantums, the matter. Neberjer is the Lord of all. Heru, this is God consciousness, I'm sure. Ra, Amen, Ptah, Tahuti or Jehudi, Asar, Atan. So Aten, Sekhmet. And I mean, like, this right here is just talking about how there are, you could take the path of, alright, so spiritual aspiration, the path of religion, or the path of yoga and mysticism. So, one would be myth, of course, devotion, ritual, mystical, maybe meditation and wisdom. We already at meditation, devotion, wisdom, action, tantra, and spiritual enlightenment. So, religion comes from the Latin word, I think it's religare. I don't know how to even say it, but meaning to bind. So that's what this is talking about. The yoga, Simatawe, the union of the two lands. So, and then they showed peace, and then they showed it, the union of the two lands, and this is actually even your proper breathing. So, whatever they call this shit, the wind, the lung, the lungs, and the esophagus or whatever the trachea, the two lungs. Yeah, see. So this is showing the union. That's why when you do yoga, you're really supposed to do that breathing. So the two lands is upper and lower Kemet. And that stuff too is like heaven and earth, the mind and the body. So these are a couple quotes from the book. So this what I just says: soul to heaven, body to earth. How's my phone on 5%? Man is to become, alright. Salvation is accomplished through the efforts of the individual, and there is no mediator between man and God. Alright, I'm about to have to end this real quick.